Welcome back, everybody. Bulldogs set to take action in a two-period affair against the host, Proctor. Bulldogs coming off just a 2-2 tie against Osseo in 2 periods. 22 comes away with the puck. Works it up through the neutral zone, makes the move around, puts that one off the post. Nice speed burst by him right out of the way. 12 works it down to 2. Bulldogs put a body up. Schmidt takes a hit. Kept in by Proctor. Smoother loses an edge down there. Gage throws a body down there. 22 now makes another move around. Poked off of his stick. Now carried up by Legal. Poked off of his stick. Bulldogs unable to get it out of the zone. First 50 seconds have been down here the entire time. Proctor fires that one. Liddell puts that up, and Schaffler ices that one down. Von Bank, Placido, and Phelps out there, along with Pexa. That one goes off Pexa's foot. Evan Schmidt works it over to Pexa. Pexa steers it up to Phelps. Phelps able to push it up into the Proctor zone. Von Bank gives chase back behind the net. Steered back around by Evan Schmidt. Phelps to Placido. Out to the point. Pexa has it. Von Bank tips it. Fires it back around. Von Bank wraps that around. Gets intercepted by a Proctor player. Now Phelps takes it away. Phelps tried to get that one over to Placido. Got caught in a skate. Now Proctor, number 24, carries it up. Proctor's got some speed, that's for sure. Von Bank now has it. Knocked off of his stick. And Braden will dump that one down. Outlet pass here on the near wall. Texas steers that up to the blue line. Bulldogs shifting out their wings. All 3 forwards. Puck loose out in front. Liddell makes the save. Nice sprawling save there by Liddell. Telejohn now works it over to Pexa. Pexa gets it up to Meyer. Meyer chips that up to Grant. Grant is offsides. Oh, nope. And the goalie freezes it. Bulldogs touch up. Icing is the call. Puck wrapped around on the near wall here. Bulldogs unable to get it out of the zone. Dumped right back in. Telejohn in the corner along with Tish. Tish comes out with it. Tish carries it down. Got Grant out front, tips it over to him. Nice try by those two, good play. Smoother will pick it up. Smoother goes backside, nobody there though, and that'll be an icing on the Bulldogs. Legal put that one back behind the net. Came out. Now picked up by Evan Schmidt. Goes back over to Tyler. Now picked up. Grog will give chase. And cycled back around through the Proctor zone. Kept in by Ethan Legal. Oliver Grog puts that into the skates of defender. Now Tyler hands on that shot. Sits in the circle. Now picked up by 22. 3-2 coming this way. Nice job by Tyler on the poke check. Telejohn down there along with Ethan Legal. Ethan comes away with it, gets it over to Grog. Taken off a Grog stick. And pushed out into the neutral zone by Grog. Nice job by Gage tying up the Proctor defender or wing. Now carried in by Evenson. Evenson fires. Blocker, rebound out front. Gage had a shot at that one. Now Pexa fired that one high and wide. Intercepted by Burns. Now pushed out to Pexa. Pexa fanned on that one. Now taken in by 22. He fires. That one goes just over Liddell's shoulder. That one's blocked out front by Pexa. Pexa will carry it down now. He gets sandwiched by two Proctor players. That one's kicked out in the neutral zone. Bulldogs will have to touch up. Proctor regroups behind their net. Passed up. Poked off the stick by Burns. Now Shaftway has it. Wraps that one back around the net. Smuter tried to keep it in momentarily. Now put back out to Smuter. And he'll go in the far corner. Bulldogs touch up once again. Telejohn in for Smuter. And the rails will go off on a change. Smuter over to Telejohn. Cross ice over to Burns. Burns dumps that down. Von Bank will give chase. Von Bank will chip that back down. (2-1) coming this way now. Nice sauce pass. Oh, that wing had that net wide open and he put her behind Liddell. Schmidt carries it down on the far side. Picked up by 6. And we get a whistle. Puck into the bench. Puck pushed back around the net. Now chipped up off the glass. On Bank. Over to Phelps. And out in the neutral zone. Smuter has it. Makes the move around. Makes the move around another, but gets stood up there at the circle. Von Bank gets taken down by 29. Placido back over to Von Bank. Von Bank tried to center it up to the circle. Nobody there though. Now picked up by Placido. So Tyler fires. That one's deflected wide of the net. Proctor's going to go for a high stick. Puts the Bulldogs on the power play. 6:47 left here in period number 1. Need one more. Smooter has the face-off, gets it over to Schaffler. Schaffler fires, no rebound. Schmidt, Schaffler, Burns, Tisch, Smooter. Puck loose on top of the slot. Smooter comes up, shoots, score! Jago with the goal. And Jago. Tisch, Grant, Meyer out there, along with Tyler Legao and Smooter still out there. Centered out front. Jago has it. He'll fire. Tisch gets it over to Meyer from his knees. Now Tisch comes back away with it. Tisch over to Legao. Legao centers that one up through a bunch of traffic. Picked up now by Grant. Grant centers. Puck still loose out front. Now picked up by 22. 22's got some wheels. He'll carry it down. Carries it around. Legao fires. Nice positioning by Liddell. Now picked up and chipped into the rail zone. Pass intercepted by Grant. Grant tried to center that one to Meyer. Now out to Telejohn. Telejohn, ooh, puts that one on the near post. Goalie makes a nice save. Meyer gives chase back behind the net. 2 has puck, carries it down through. Drops it over to 22. Now kicked out into the neutral zone by Ethan Legao. Now Oliver Grau comes in. Now picked up by Ethan Evenson. Ethan had a goal earlier today. Ethan Legao has the puck. Tried to center it up to Grog. That one got caught in skates. Now Proctor able to get it out in the neutral zone. Evan Schmidt over to Tristan. Tristan up to Grog. Center of the blue line. Now kicked out into the neutral zone. 24 comes away with it. Picked up by Telejohn. Wraps it up on the near wall here. Grog drops down. Now loose out in the slot. Ethan Legao loses his stick, and just as that happens, we get a puck in the net. Schaffler comes away with it. 2-2 coming this way. Oh. Burns has it. Puts that one around. Gage now. Had it up on the half wall momentarily. And now it's dumped down, and we'll get an icing call on Proctor. 4:01 left here in period 1. Remember, we're only pairing 2. Bulldogs have already played 2. Two against Osseo earlier this morning, so they'll play 2 against Proctor, and then the JV will be done. Varsity will be back in action around 5 o'clock today. Check with your family members to see what time the exact one is. Schaffler fires it. That one goes high off the glass. Chipped out front by Camden. That one, rebound, Gage puts into the goalie. Now picked up by Smooter. Smooter gets it over to Burns. Burns chips that one down. Gage will give chase. Now Burns comes away with it. Drops it over for Pexa. Pexa will carry that one down. Fired. That one's chipped up against the glass. Burns gets it back over to Smooter. Smooter fires. Low shot. That one's steered to the corner. Pexa will pick it up. He'll fire that one back around the net. Burns centers it out front. That one pops off a Schmidt stick. Burns has it. Gets it back over to Placido. Placido right back down to Burns. Burns back over to Placido. Oh! Nice pass by Burns. That one just went under Placido's stick. Burns chips that one in, and he'll go off on a change. Gage down there. Now Phelps comes in over the blue line. Slows down that rush, but now 2 picks up the puck. He'll carry it around. Oh, and then he forgets to shoot the puck. Now he's got a guy all alone out front. Nice positioning by Liddell. Ooh, a nice block shot there by Pexa, and that one gets steered out in the neutral zone. Bank will give chase. Hacking on 12, now turns the first turnover. Phelps carries, shoots it in. Oh, and he had the 5-hole. He didn't get anything up on it. Otherwise, he would have put that one in. 22 will now carry it in. Uses the defender. That one, rebound pops right back out to 22. And Liddell makes another nice save. Tisch is out there along with Grant and Meyer. Poked off of Tisch's stick. Now 22 will come back the other way. Trying to use the defender as a screen, does so. Liddell didn't see that one, but it was over the net. Now Liddell fires that one into the corner off the blocker. Tyler Legal picks it up. 22 comes away with it again. And that one steered out in the neutral zone. Meyer looking for an avenue to get it up ice. Now chips it up to Tisch. Tisch works it over to Grant. Grant will carry it over. He'll fire. Goalie makes a glove save. Drops that one into the corner. Telejohn has the puck. Gets it up to Tisch. Tisch works on getting it up to Meyer. Evenson steers that one down. Ethan Legal give chase along with Ethan Evenson. A minute left here in period number 1. That would have been an icing last night. Evenson has it, works it up to Legal. Legal's got Grog on his left. Nice job by Grog to slow down that. Telejohn now has it, wraps it on the near side over to Smooter. 29 seconds left here in period number 1. 34 puts that one back behind the net. Telejohn with the body back there. Only goal so far for the Bulldogs is a power play goal. Five seconds left. And that'll be the end of the first period. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Bulldogs up 1-0. Trailing in shots 10-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, we're back, everybody. Final period, period 2 for the Bulldogs. If you're just joining, Bulldogs played 2 against Osseo, and they're playing 2 against Schmidt. Schmidt chips that up to Schaffler. Gage carries it in. He'll fire that one through the paint. Picked up by Schaffler. Schaffler tried to get that to somebody, but nobody was there. Juarez has it. Goes to Legao. Legao dumps that down into the zone. And 29 is going to go for a penalty. That's his second penalty of the day. He's going for a rough. Tisch, Schaffler, Burns, Von Bank, Juarez. 18 works it through the center of the blue line. Von Bank pushes that back down. Burns comes away with it. Now gets it over to Tisch. Tisch over to Juarez. Juarez back to Tisch. Tisch over to Schaffler. That one bounces over hit a stick. Schaffler works it back over to Tisch. Tisch down to Burns. Burns over to Tisch, back to Juarez. Schaffler fans on that one. Proctor doing a good job with the puck in the shorthanded area. Tisch, or Juarez wide 17 up. Juarez gets that up to Schaffler. Schaffler unable to hold on to that one. Now Von Bank chips that one down. .35 seconds left. Juarez fighting the puck down there. Gets it over to Von Bank. Von Bank unable to get it deep. Not a good power play here for the Bulldogs so far. Phelps centered that one to nobody. Now fired down by Legao. And that one's on Liddell. Three seconds left in the power play. Von Bank carries that down into the zone. He's tangled up. Now fights off a check. And out into the neutral zone. Nice shot by Gage to break up that 2-on-1 or possible 2-on-1. Tyler now carries it up. Works that through the center of the D. Phelps on the back check. Or forecheck, I should say. Nice job by Gavin to break up that pass. Now pushed over to Evenson. Evenson goes hard off the boards. Picked up by Proctor. Gage now has the puck. Gets it over to Myers. Meyer carries that one in. He fires. That one rides up the stick of the defender. And all the way around to Telejohn. Telejohn rides the rail right back. Centered out front by Legao, but he was taken down. Evenson now carries it through the circle. His shot deflected. Still has it. Still working for an angle. Gets a quick shot off. Nice blocker save by the goalie. .10:38 left here in period number 2. That one steered across the crease. Tish has got one on him. He'll go back behind the net to Telejohn. Telejohn loses the puck. Now picked up by Tish. Up to Meyer. Meyer chips that one down. He'll go off on a change. Grog will pick it up. He'll fire. And goalie makes the save. Only goal for the Bulldogs is a power play goal in the first period. Cross-ice pass over to Ethan Legault. He dumps that in. Puck pushed deep into the Bulldog zone. Evan Schmidt. First one down there for the Bulldogs. Ooh, Bulldogs defenseman struggling with the puck down there. He kicked it in. Andrew's doing a good job down there in net. I was just thinking in my head he hadn't gotten a shot yet this period, and sure enough, he faced a little flurry there at the end there. Phelps pushes that one out in the neutral zone. He'll give chase. He's got Placido out front, tried to get it to him, but the defender knocks it off of his stick. Proctor carries it into the zone, knocked off of his stick by Pexa. Offsides. .8:49 left here. Period 2, final period. 6 has control of the puck. He'll wrap it up on the far wall. Try to chip that ahead. Intercepted by Bombank. Now Placido's there. And now Christian's going to go for interference. Bank, Phelps, Juarez, and Legault back there. Puck loose. That one floats just past Liddell. Kicked out to the point. 25 has it. Goes down back into the circle. Top of the circle. Nice save by Liddell. And that one was blocked by Legault before it got to Liddell on the rebound. Nice job by Tyler. Crossing pass, knocked down by Von Bank. .18 carries it in. Looking for an avenue to pass. Now poked out into the center by Burns. Cross ice pass, turned over. Proctor. Burns doing a nice job battling. Now he comes away. Oh, and he gets taken down from behind. Now Legault has it. Gains control. And gets it out into the neutral zone. Titian for Von Bank. Picked up by Burns. He'll carry that one back around the net. He'll work that out in the neutral zone and all the way down. Switch out the D. "20 seconds left in the power play for Proctor. Proctor just iced that one. Oh, why did we play that? "1-1. 12 puts the brakes on. Now Gage gets turnover. He fires that one just wide of the net. Picked up by Evenson. Now picked up by Schmidt, or Evenson, who loses an edge. Now 34's got 24 leaking out on the far side here. He'll go off, however, on change. 34 gives chase. Gage throws a heavy hit down there. Picked up by Telejohn. Schaffler now goes cross ice over to Schmidt. Picked up by Evenson. And right back into the Bulldog zone. 5:55 left here in period number 2. Gage steers that one out of the neutral zone. Now picked up by Telejohn. Telejohn will push that down in. Schaffler will give chase. Cross ice pass over to 14. Schaffler has it. He'll dump that down. Burns comes away with it. Dumps it over for Evenson. Evenson unable to hold on to it. Now picked up by Evan Schmidt. Evan Schmidt gets it up to Camden. Knocked off a Camden stick. Five minutes left here in period number 3. Placido will give chase. Puck picked up by Pexa. Pexa over to Schmidt. Von Bank now has it. Drops it over to Phelps. Phelps carries it down. Back out in the neutral zone. Phelps now has it. Bulldogs.